Are you dating someone special? What other drinks besides rosé do you drink? And how big is your penis size? These are all sample questions that I got in. Stay tuned, I'm going through them all. Welcome back to my channel, guys. As I said, we're not gonna hit on too much Shahs stuff on YouTube, but I did put on my Instagram and ask, do you have any personal questions for me? I got so many amazing responses that it was honestly really hard to narrow it down to these 20 questions. That being said, if you're one of the 20 people, congratulations. You either made me laugh, it was either a really thoughtful question, or you're just kind of inappropriate. Let's get started. By the way, a little disclaimer on this. I'm super sensitive to misspellings and mispronunciations of Nema. I've been called like Nema, I've been called Nemo, I mean anything and everything under the sun. So if I butcher your name, I apologize. Hit me on Instagram or in the comments below and I'll give you a personal apology because that shit's serious. You can't mess up people's names. Right out the gate, Dolce Arenas is saying, do I date Persian girls? She went in deep. Or would you date a Latina? Actually, my very first girlfriend in college, you know the girl that you're like, we're gonna get married, this is the love of my life, the one that like breaks your heart, like the OG puppy love was Latina. So I absolutely would date a Latina girl. I have dated Latina girls. Of course, yes, Latina women are gorgeous. Meet Virginia wants to know, are you dating someone special? I'm not dating someone special. I am unapologetically single. I'm in a very selfish place in my life right now. I think that if you own being single and you're very upfront with women and say, look, I'm in a selfish place, this is what I can and cannot offer, there's really no drama. A lot of guys get into trouble because they lie to women. They say, oh, they promised the world, and you should never do that. I'm very upfront. I'm very into living my life for me. I was married. I'm out there. I'm meeting new people. Rose Weaver 21, I love your question. What's the hardest part of coming into the Shahs social circle? Even though you spelled Shahs wrong, we're gonna let that slide. I would say undoubtedly is when you're coming into any new group of friends, this could be the Shahs, it could be your own group of friends, there is years, oftentimes decades of stories and friendships and bonding that happened before you. So you're kind of constantly feeling a little left out. So I think that's probably the hardest part is when you're coming into a new group is finding where you fit in. But I kind of pride myself on getting along with everybody, so and I don't take shit from anyone. So that combination has served me well. Ms. Adams 64, what college did you attend? I went to UC San Diego. I grew up in Los Angeles. I went to high school in Los Angeles. I did not want to go to college in Los Angeles. A lot of my friends went to USC and UCLA and LMU. Those are the big schools in LA. UCSD, I want to set the record straight because everyone's like, oh, San Diego, party school. No, that's San Diego State and USD. Like we were the lame academic nerds that like studied all the time. So no, I did not go to the party schools, but I was in a fraternity. Marjan wants to know, what do I drink besides rosé? Honestly, Marjan, not a lot. Rosé is my go-to because it's like my marathon drink. I don't ever mess with hard alcohol. I don't like the effects it has on people. Every now and then I'll like want a beer. If like you're watching a football game and you want to have a beer and like a burger, like I'll have those moments. It's really, really rare. I love white wine. I crush white wine. Like if you have me at like Malibu Wines, a crisp like New Zealand white wine is my jam. HP wants to know, what are my 2019 fitness and relationship goals? That's a twofer, buddy. The fitness goals are to, honestly, I feel like I'm halfway on my fitness journey. It's something that I'm gonna share on my channel a lot. I went from being really fat and not caring about my health to being skinny, but I got too skinny. I took it too far. I think there was a bit of like body dysmorphia going on where I was like obsessed with being skinny. And then now that I got skinny, I think I'm trying to like get healthy. And I think there's a really big difference between the two. The real fitness goal in that is to be in shape, kind of have like that Ronaldo physique. So I work very diligently on that. My relationship goals are honestly to not get in one. I do not want to be in a relationship right now in my life. And there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to want to be in a relationship. There's so much societal pressure to be in relationships. I'm in my mid-30s, dude. I want to like have fun and do me right now. Jess wants to know, have you tried Reza's hair care line and what's your honest review? Girl, you're trying to get me in trouble right now. I know what you're doing. I love Reza's hair care line, but I have a very small window of it. I use his hair matte product for my hair. It's in my hair literally right now. I start with like a matte pomade, which is great for shaping your hair, but it doesn't actually hold your hair. I finish with a bit of Reza's hair product, which holds it and adds kind of a gloss to it. But I do use that product. It is phenomenal. Princess MJ wants to know, how is therapy going for you and would you highly recommend? I could not recommend therapy enough, but I would recommend finding the right therapist. If you are in therapy and you're not bonding with your therapist, that's okay. I went through a couple therapists where I'm like, not the right fit for me. Therapy helps connect the dots for you, and more importantly than that, I think therapy helps you know that it's gonna be okay. Edith wants to know, what's your favorite show besides Shahs? I'm a Bravo junkie. I love Bravo. You don't understand. I'm not just saying that. I literally love Bravo. I would say my two favorite shows besides Shahs, because Shahs is of course up here, would be Atlanta. I love Atlanta Housewives. Nene Leakes, goals. I mean, honestly, I think I'm in a little love with Nene Leakes. And then Vanderpump. I have some friends on Vanderpump. I know one or two people on the show, and they're dear friends of mine. And so for a supportive friendship, I love watching them on the show and seeing their lives. But I would say Atlanta and Vanderpump are like my two other favorite shows on Bravo. Shabnam wants to know, what is your favorite Persian food? That's a tough one, dude, because I love all Persian food. But if I had to pick, like, you know, you're getting executed tomorrow and you have to have that one last meal, it's a toss-up between lubia polo, which I love, and cash kebab jun, which I love. Lubia polo probably takes the cake. In fact, I love it so much that I asked Destiny to come record a video with me, because Destiny is a bomb-ass Persian cook, just so you know. So she's gonna come over and we're gonna make lubia polo together on this channel. That video is coming soon. You don't have a first name. It's M_LA27 wants to know, why was everyone on Shahs making fun of your Lexus? I own two and I will never go back to a BMW. First off, shout out to the Lexus drivers out there, because those cars are the shit. I think the Shahs, when you're coming into the group, they're gonna haze you a little bit. It's how the family rolls. We all haze each other. And the Lexus was just the easiest thing to get. Persians, we Parisians, are very, very into the bouge. And Lexus, which is a great car, isn't quite up to the Persian bougie standard. When I pulled the E450 on them, they were like, oh, okay, this is acceptable now. Christy wants to know, what is the youngest age range you're willing to date? Asking for a friend, wink face, upside down smiley face. Which means Christy's asking for Christy. I see you, girl. So this is a great question because this actually came up among the Shahs. I think there's a maturity thing. I think women are infinitely more mature than men. So I think women should date older. I think men and women who date at the same age, like me and my ex-wife, we are exes for a reason. I think that for me, the youngest I would date would be 24 to 25. That would be the youngest I would go in terms of dating, having a meaningful relationship, getting to know each other, so on. Leonard wants to know, do you prefer Zara or Topman and why? Great question. Topman all day, every day. Because Zara is great for certain things. Sweaters are really good at Zara. Their jackets are really, really good. And don't let anyone shame you for Topman, bro. Because at MJ's wedding, I wore a Topman tuxedo and Sherb and Mike were in Tom Fords and I slayed. I have an entire series of videos based on just outfits, stepping your wardrobe game up for cheap. Real Sophie wants to know, have you met with AUSA and is she fully out of the group as friends? I have actually never met AUSA in my entire life. I've been in her store in Venice, which is beautiful. Never met her. I don't know really anything about her other than what the show is and what I've heard from the group. I can't really speak for her relationship with the other Shahs. I don't know who talks to her and who doesn't, but I have never met her and I have no relationship with her. I will tell you, I don't see AUSA at a lot of group things that we go to. Does that mean that her and someone else could be hanging out and having lunch? Could her and Gigi have lunch? Absolutely. I don't want to speak on that, but I have never run into her at any group events. David wants to know, what's your religion? This is a great question. So I am actually non-denominational. I'm actually maybe a little fearful of religion and very non-dogmatic. I am respectful of other people's religions, but because being part of the Shahs, people assume I'm either Jewish or Muslim all the time. I'm neither of those. No disrespect to them. I think Mike's Jewish faith is beautiful. A lot of my family in Iran was Muslim. I went to a Catholic high school, for God's sake. But I think your relationship with God is deeply personal. My feelings about God are different than your feelings about God. B11 stop I don't know your first name, wants to know, do you have any advice on dating? I do. Keep it real. There's no right or wrong answers. Be yourself and keep it real. Number 2, be honest. I am so brutally honest on dates now. Like, I literally will tell a girl exactly what's going down in my life, and I think it's a respect thing, because I want to be like, look, this is who I am, and if you can't fuck with it, then we can be friends, and I'm cool with that. Honesty, be yourself. Don't let anyone change you for who you are. Don't let anyone ever tell you that you're not worthy of it or you're not good enough. Don't let anyone ever project what they're going through on you. If someone in your life isn't bringing you up, they don't deserve to be in your life. Mac Wu wants to know, what do you look for in a woman? You know, it's kind of hard to answer this question. I'm a little superficial. I tend to date very like all-American, like girl next door, tiny brunette. It's like my go-to. But once you get past the superficial of that, someone I can have a conversation with, someone who is done with the ratchet years. No disrespect. Shout out to the girls who are at the bar, you know, dancing on the bar and drinking champagne. I've been down that road. I'm too old. I gotta have someone that's down to come over and have like a little Netflix and chill. That is where I'm at. So if a girl's like too much into the scene, that's a huge turnoff. The other thing is someone who is in charge of their own lives. You don't have to be rich or super successful, but you have to have a right mind on your head. You have to be able to think about things the right way and value things the right way. If your value system and my value system don't line up, then it's not really gonna work. Flipped880 wants to say, what's my favorite workout routine? Great question. You know, honestly, Barry's Boot Camp. I am obsessed with Barry's Boot Camp. It is the most 60 minutes, most intense, kick-ass workout. I walk out of there drenched. I think whereas Orange Theory was maybe a little too cardio focused, Barry's is like a perfect marriage of like cardio and strength training. So it's my favorite 60-minute workout. I love it. I highly encourage you, if you got a Barry's near you, go check it out. It's Me asks, how big? Now I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say you're not asking how big is my ego, how big is the backseat of my car. I think what you're really asking is how big is my package. Great question. I'm keeping it 100% honest here. I have never measured my dick, ever. It's just one of those things that I never thought like people really did. I will tell you, because I'm gonna answer, because my mom is gonna watch this, so I have to be very careful what I say. All I can go off is, have I ever had a complaint? I have never once had a complaint in my life. I don't think that I would. You know, I think it's the motion of the ocean, man, honestly. So again, I've never measured. Mom, I apologize. She asked the question. Magnum condoms, no complaints, motion of the ocean, baby. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I gotta say, these were great questions. I actually really enjoyed answering all of them. I may do another one. I may do another Instagram post and ask for a new round of questions. Hope you guys enjoyed watching them and hearing them. Hit the subscribe button. Hope to see you on my channel really soon.